Hello, friends. In this episode, I would like to talk certain ideas and insights on money and investments. First of all, don't borrow the money and invest with your own money. In case if you don't have money, you try to generate multiple sources of income like consultancy or research or training and various other aspects, or become an agent of that kind, so that you can generate your money and make you can move forward. But there are some people, they borrow money and invest. Sometimes, most of the times, they lose their money. This is the biggest nugget I share with everyone. Second thing is, make a concentrate bets, and losing money is very easy, but it's getting back the money is very difficult. So be careful with your money, and at the same time, don't lose your heart when you lose your money. And it's everyone fails at some point of life. Only thing is, we should never ever give up. But unfortunately, most of the people, they when they fail, they just lose, and they end up in a fiasco. So what you have to do is, you have to learn lessons and you have to keep moving, so that you can make a difference. You should never ever give up in life. I think currently around uh, lots of billionaires across the world, around 8 to 9 billions are living on the planet. I think 3,000 billionaires are there. So there are lots of opportunities. Only thing, you have to identify the opportunities and you have to go by the road traveled, so that you can make money. Of course, making money is not the end game, but at the same time, there are some people. They focus too much on money, and they don't they lose they lose they don't any meaning in their life. So what is required is that making money is essential, so that you can lead your life independently and happily. At the same time, don't focus too much on money. So this is my personal suggestion. When you look at my own life, I am 62. uh, I still belong to lower middle class family, but still I am not giving up despite health challenges and lots of challenges. I am not giving up. When you look at Colonel Sanders, and he started KFC and became successful. He was a divorcee, and he was a military veteran, and he found out the recipe, and he founded KFC and became successful. And so what I would like to share with everyone is that age is just a number. Some people, they think uh, they can't succeed at the old days. I don't agree to that school of thought. I'm 62, still I'm trying to bounce back from my brain stroke. Despite challenges, I'm not giving up. So we should never ever give up. So always look at the rising sun, not the setting sun, and there's always a silver lining over the dark cloud. So these are all my observations. So apart from that, when you want to make investments into stock markets, you can go for IPOs, but more than the IPOs, you can directly invest into the stock market. A few years ago, people were applying on IPOs, but they were overpriced. They don't serve in any purpose. So best thing is to invest into the stock market. And if you want to play safe, and when you work from 9 to 5, so if you do routine job, so what you can do is, you can invest into mutual funds, and you can get decent returns. Usually you get around 12% or 15% or 18%, that we can't predict. It depends upon the type of fund you are investing. And when you look at investments, you can go for primary market or secondary market, and it all depends on your risk and your risk appetite. And you need to take a risk if you want to succeed in your life, and not to take a risk is also a risk. and learn lessons from the failures. My mantra is that failure is only a comma, not a full stop. So keep learning and keep moving and keep experimenting. And when you fail, you learn lessons and you keep moving forward. So this is the life. This is how the things go on. During my years of experience, I have published uh, 55 books, and I have 45 years of diversified experience. And now I had a brain stroke 5 years back. Sometimes I'm stammering and I have lots of health challenges, but still I'm trying to recover. So life is like that. So you can't. Life is not a straight line. Life is full of ups and downs. So you have to be very resilient, and you have to keep moving. So this is my personal observation. This is my personal perspective, and not to give up. So when we talk about mutual funds, there are different ways of investing. You can go for small cap, mid cap, and large cap. Large cap funds are usually safe. They give nominal returns. If you go for mid caps, they are better than uh, uh, large cap. Then again, if you go for small cap, they are very volatile, but you are likely to get more money. There is a lot of volatility, so you can embrace volatility and you can make money, and you can't time the market. So these are all my observations. And apart from that, I would like to share with you certain aspects. You can go for SIP. SIP means you can average the cost. So more than the SIP, you can go for lump sum. When you invest in lump sum, you are likely to get more returns than what you get from SIPs. Then again, if you invest a lump sum in a staggered manner, you are likely to get more returns than what you get. So this is how you have to adapt the process. These are all my perspectives, and another aspect I would like to share with everyone is that you can go for ETF, exchange traded funds, and and they are calculated on a at that particular point of time. When you invest into mutual funds, they are calculated at the end of the day based on the NAV. But whereas when you invest into this ETF, exchange traded funds, they are calculated at that particular point of time. So my personal perspective is that you can go for ETF. You are likely to get more returns. And be rational, not emotional in stock markets. So these are all my observations. So I request you to consider subscribing and sharing with your networks with gratitude.